Okay, film review number one. Number one, numero uno, The Witch. 2016, Robert Eggers. It's a movie. It's a horror movie, but it's more psychological bent kind of thing. Ancient folklore, New England folklore, witch stuff. So if you like witch stuff, you gotta watch The Witch. I mean, do I have to tell you that much? Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Never done this before. Okay, what do I think? Pretty good, pretty good. All right, so this is the first movie by Robert Eggers. Came out. People were like, whoa, that looks interesting. Kind of vague. Who the fuck knows? Uh, not quite the perfect aspect ratio, not quite a studio movie. When the movie opens with 16 different studios, the director's got final cut. He just gathered his resources as best as he possibly could, and here we go. He does his thing, and it's up to him. An auteur, if you will, an auteur movie. With the director has final cut, and he does what he wants, and there's no quota or shit like that. So, what does he want to do? He goes, okay, I want to make a movie, and it's creepy and weird and slow burny, but it's got that way back in the past, like 1690s, I believe, is what it is. It takes place in the 1690s. We got a family, very Christian family, very religious Christian family in the 1690s. And it starts off it's the mother and the father and like the teenage eldest daughter who's the main character. Anya Taylor Joy plays the teenager kind of eldest sibling main character-y thing, and then she has two younger brothers and one younger sister, I think, like a brother who's like maybe 11 or 12 or 13, and then two littler ones like 7 or 8, something like that. Anyway, the first scene, they are at some sort of court, whatever medieval 1690s English court, and they get kicked off the plantation. Whatever reason, I don't know, it doesn't matter. They get kicked off the plantation. It's just a setup so they go off, live by themselves on some dreary ass farm in who the fuck knows where. I don't know where it is exactly, it doesn't say. um but they're a family and they're ostracized. They're cast out, and whether it's some sort of religious court, it has to be right. It has. So they're on a farm and they have to just fend for themselves. They're all by themselves. There's no neighbors. There's no other main character. There's no other characters. Period. Well, besides maybe a witch or two. Except for this family. And it's this father. He's rugged. He's got a big nose and a big beard, and he chops wood all day. And he says, "Dost thou sit there prayers this morn?" And he makes sure all his kids are in line with the religious. And the mother is just kind of half insane. If anything goes wrong, she throws a goddamn conniption medieval fit, whatever. And then the main character is this, she's the audience. The main character, Thomasine is her name. She's like, whatever, 17 ish. And she's kind of just, well, yeah, but, well, yeah, that, but this also. And, that might be happening, but, because of that, she's kind of just leveling it out from the crazy religious kids, the crazy religious parents, whatever. So they go to a farm and they're fending for themselves. They're ostracized. They're at a very low point in life, and they're just harvesting this shitty wheat and corn stuff. And every once in a while, if they have to, they'll go out in the woods because they're surrounded by woods, by the way. and they try not to. They tell their kids, "Don't go to the woods. It's fine. We're fine. Just hang out here at the farm, play with the goats, um, play with the whatever. Just whatever. Sit here. Don't go in the woods. That's the big thing. Don't go in the fucking woods. Okay, it's a fucking rule. And okay, so we kind of just open on kind of one of the first scenes is Thomasine, the teenager, the main character, Thomasine. She is playing peekaboo with this baby, this newborn baby, Samuel, and she's playing peekaboo, covers her eyes, a nice shot of her whole face covering, and then as soon as she opens her eyes, peekaboo goes back to the baby. A shot of her covering her eyes, peekaboo goes right back to the baby. And another shot covering her eyes, peekaboo, and then the baby's gone. It's just, he's gone. And she freaks out. She runs to the woods. Oh, where the fuck? What the fucking what? What? Who? What? Anyway, she comes back and her mom's freaking out. Oh, Samuel. And then the next day, it's the morning time. They're all kind of sobered and they all just blame it on a wolf. Like, yeah, a wolf probably came and got him. So, that's that. So what happens next? Okay, the baby gets taken, but in between that, there's a little scene of a baby laying there next to a fire, and an old hand rubs across it and holds a knife out to its belly, and that's the fucking witch. Obviously, it's called the witch, and if you see a baby with a knife and an old lady hand above it, you gotta assume that's the witch. So okay, there you go. Then they're in the morning. It was probably a wolf. Whatever. It's a baby. We barely knew him. We don't love him that much. Yeah, he's dead. Whatever. It happens. Kids die all the time. There's a scene where the dad and mom are in bed, and he's like, "Shit. I mean, yeah, our life sucks, but hey, God has not taken any of our kids, and that's really popular right now. Dead kids everywhere, for whatever reason. But hey, all of ours are still alive, except this last one." Anyway, they wake up, and then the next scene after the peekaboo, and the next morning, the baby gets taken. The dad and the younger son, Caleb, the 11, 12-year oldish kid, uh, they go into the woods, and he's like, "What are you talking about, Dad? You specifically told me don't go in the fucking woods." He's like, "Well, we have to. The wheat is shit. The corn is shit. We gotta hunt something. We just have to. I'm sorry. Yeah, the shit's not gonna last through the winter. We gotta get prepared." So they go in the woods. They see a rabbit, a hare, HARE, a hare, just sitting there staring at them. And they're like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" And they fumble for the gun and they try to shoot it. And it doesn't work. The hare runs away. You know. Okay, whatever. And then they try to remember what's after that. They come back. Uh, blah blah blah. And he's like, "By the way, son," while they're in the woods on the way back, "I sold your mom's favorite silver cup. I traded it to these dudes. They have no idea. They're like, they have no idea. They're stupid. They bought our shit corn for this silver cup. Whatever. Or maybe I'm an idiot because I don't know. No, 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 no. He traded the cup and he got some of their shit. He didn't trade his shitty corn. He traded the cup and he got some of their shitty corn or whatever the fuck they needed. I'm assuming food because the whole point of this is they have nothing and they just need food. But they raise goats, so I don't know. Is that just for the milk? I don't know. Whatever. He's like, "I sold the silver cup. Don't mention it. Your mom's gonna freak out because she loves that fucking cup. Her father gave it to her. Blah blah blah." They go back. They have dinner. Uh, you know, blah blah blah. Where the fuck's my cup? Blah blah blah. The dad doesn't say anything. She blames it on Thomasine, the main character girl, and the mom. And there's a little bit of tension. They're just building tension at this point. It's like 20 minutes into the movie. It's just kind of building tension around their struggle, around they don't know what's going to happen. And then I think it might be before this dinner scene or right after it, there's a really important scene where one of the little girl siblings is running around going, she's just singing songs. That's a recurring theme in this movie. This little girl's running around and she's singing weird fucking songs about Philip the Black Goat. He talks to me. He said that we will die or something, and the goat is talking, and it's weird and creepy, and then uh, the teen, Thomasine, and Caleb are getting water from the brook or cleaning something in the river, and then the little girl runs up and she's like, I'm the witch of the woods. Yeah, I'm the witch, blah, 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 doing little kid songs. But it's creepy because, it's a horror movie and there's weird music in the background and it's supposed to be creepy. So she's like, I'm the witch of the woods, blah, blah, blah. I want to suck your blood, blah, blah. Satan is life. I don't know. But then the fucking teenager girl gets upset. She's just fed up with it and she's like, yeah, I'm the witch. I'm the witch, bitch. I fucking want to kill you. I want to murder you. I am the witch. I have been here since the beginning of time, and I am here to rot your destiny. Oh, I don't know. She doesn't say any of that, but, along those lines. And the girl's like, okay, it's not fun anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she believes her because all day long they go around preaching prayers and real Christian stuff. So if she says, I'm a witch, the little girl's like, I fucking believe you. Shit, okay. And she just rolls with that. And at the end, she's like, I was just kidding. Jesus, calm down. I was just fucking with you because you were annoying me. And she's like, no, no, no. You're actually a witch, though. You were not just playing. You're the witch. And she just kind of, she puts that in her pocket. She just kind of holds that back for now. It doesn't matter. Anyway, later on, where I said earlier, the mother and father are in bed. They're going over the shit. They're like, God damn it, we're really in a tight place. This sucks. The wife is like, the husband's like, God has put us in a low place to make us humble and show us more of His grace. And the mother's like, no, 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 no. He's fucking cursed us. We are cursed. We are fucking doomed. I don't have a good feeling about this. Blah blah blah. Okay. After that, it's like the next day, and wait, no, it's not the next day quite yet because they're in bed and they say something along the lines of, "We're gonna send Thomasine to another family to make some money," and I don't know why that makes the guy kid mad. So Caleb goes and he feeds the horses and he's going to go off on his own in the middle of the night into the woods to get their food for them because he's trying to be a man. And then, the teenager Thomasine, she comes in, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going. I'll be back by midday tomorrow. And she's like, come on, take me with you. And he's like, no. And she's like, yeah, take me with you. And he's like, no. And she's like, if you don't take me with you, I'll tell Ma and Pa. And then cut to the next scene. They're both in the woods, kind of slight humor, but there's not a lot of humor in this movie. He takes it where he can get it. So they're in the woods, blah blah blah. They have the horse, he has the gun, and they have the dog leading them, and they're looking for shit. They got a couple pelts hanging off the horse, but they're not done. They got to get more. Um, and then fucking shit starts happening. The dog hears some shit. He runs off way ahead of them, and then this is an intense scene, but it's psychological horror, so you don't see anything. It's just sounds and creaks and cracks and who the fuck knows. And eventually, the dog is dead. The kid runs off on his own. The teenager girl, she falls off the horse, and she's kind of struggling, whatever. Eventually, she makes her way back to the farm. The parents are calling out their names, and she finds them, and he's like, "Where is Caleb?" And she's like, I don't know. He did the thing and he's gone now and whatever. And he's like, shit. And then they go back. And then next scene is like Caleb walking through the woods by himself. No dog, no gun. Just, well, he might have his gun. I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's scared shitless. He's walking. Then he comes across this fucking hut sitting in the woods. He's just walking slowly like a Kubrick shot right up to the door of this hut. And this fucking woman comes out. She just a woman. She has a red cloak. It's usually like black and white, grayish theme, but she has this red cloak and she looks at him. And throughout the movie, he's been kind of giving a one off glance to his sister's cleavage just to insinuate that sexual things are happening and that's what's driving him forward. So he sees this hot woman and he's just like, yeah, fuck it. He just goes right towards her. He just keeps walking right towards this hot woman. And the woman like kind of grabs his shoulder and it's a close up and they kiss each other. It's she kisses the little boy and then her right arm comes into frame and grabs him and it's this old fucking decrepit witch arm. So there's the witch again. And after that, cut to uh